Hey guys, Matt here, and today I'm back with another episode of r/entitled people. Not entitled parents. I've left that one behind, but I've got 3 stories lined up for r/entitled people. Let's go and get right into it. I told my horrible cousin I wouldn't be the maid of honor, and I don't feel bad about it. I have a cousin with whom I had a remarkably close relationship to the point that we were like sisters. That all changed when she was responsible for incidents that to this day made me reconsider a cousin-sister relationship. In 2012, when I was 16, she gave me a strong relaxer that caused me to cut off 14 inches of hair. What? For context, I used to relax my hair and it was always soft or regular since I have fine hair. Her reasons? She started dating my ex and would not stop talking about my hair or my natural... he wouldn't stop talking about that sort of thing. She stole friends and possible boyfriends, turned family members against me, would rub in my face that she was my grandmother's favourite, made fun of me for going back to my curly hair, mocked me for losing my older brother, slept with my ex while on the process of moving together. She made a post on Facebook mocking me for giving birth to my dead babe while 7 months pregnant. She even left threatening notes and a forking voodoo doll on my car. I can keep going, but I do not want to make this any longer by explaining how forked up she is. I tried to get a restraining order on her, but the police thought I did not have enough evidence. Bruh. I had texts of her admitting to doing it, but it was not enough, or as one police told me, it could be faked. So I blocked her from all my social media and blocked her number, and the only times I would only see her were at family gatherings. But I would avoid her since I did not want her situation in my life, or avoid her not to have my mental health triggered by her. So in June she got engaged to my ex, and I found out from family members. For context, I found them together, and instead of screaming and crying, I laughed and told them to enjoy my sloppy seconds. So my aunt was celebrating her anniversary with a barbecue, meaning I would see her. I went and I was having an enjoyable time, but when at the table one of my aunts asked her how the wedding plan was going, and she could not help but brag that it was good, and now she had an announcement, and she looked at me with a devil smile. She asked me in front of everyone if I wanted to be her maid of honor, since thanks to me they both met. I was cold and told her no. She whined about why not, and all I gave her was a look, and she said that it's time for me to put effort into fixing our sister-cousin relationship. I laughed and told her that by the time she is having her wedding, I'd be in college finals, and after that a month-long trip for my anniversary, and it was better than seeing 2 clowns getting married. Plus I told her the reasons I said no. Plus the spoiled little girl wants a Christmas wedding. She started crying and yelled that if I do not do this, that I am not invited to the wedding. I looked at her, she said coldly, "Why, baby?" And I walked away, leaving her with a surprised Pikachu face. I have not spoken to her since that day, but all my family members support me since they all saw how much of a horrible person she is. Good. Well done. You did the best thing you could do, which is just walk away from the situation at hand. Whenever someone's horrible to you, and then your family, just cut them out of your life. Just leave them alone to their own madness that they caused themselves. I love the argument of like, if you're not going to be my maid of honor, you're not invited to the wedding. I'm like, okay, bye. My entitled ex-family showed up at my job. Hey Reddit fam, with the title of this one, I know it's a clusterfuck. This happened Friday night, and I've been struggling to put into words just how insane it was. My ex-in-laws and my ex showed up at my fucking job during the biggest event of the year. Every year at my job, there is a Christmas-themed party. The dancers dress up as sexy elves. My boss dresses up as Santa, The bartenders dress up as reindeer, and the bouncers dress up as snowmen. What? The place is beautifully decorated as a winter wonderland with a huge throne for my boss to sit on and custom poles for the dancers to dance around it. I'm sorry, what is this job? It's a huge thing at my job, and it's always one of the highest grossing nights of the years. It's advertised all over town that people can come, get their pictures taken with us, sit on Santa's lap, and enjoy a fun evening with custom Christmas music made by a DJ. We even have Christmas themed drinks, guys. Is this a bar? And they are so good. I was so excited for it because I started working there this year, so it was my first time being part of this event. I was dancing that evening, so I was dressed up as a sexy elf. I was feeling great. It was pretty late into the evening, around midnight when this incident took place. I was dancing on stage when out of nowhere I heard the shrieking sound of my ex-mother-in-law crying. I turned around and there they were. Ex-mother-in-law, ex-father-in-law, and Forking Bill. Let me just get that name across. Forking Bill. My ex-mother-in-law was slapping at Bill's arm and pointing at me. I couldn't make out what she was saying over the music. All I could hear was the shrill sound of her voice. I started looking around for Kyle, my boyfriend. I couldn't see him, but I did see other bouncers, so I waved at them, trying to get their attention. We have a special wave that when a bouncer sees it, they know to come running. Bill comes to the stage and starts shouting at me while the men around him were waving cash at me. He tells me to come down and come with him, and that I was bringing shame to his family. I ignored him. I saw a couple bouncers head for us, so I kept dancing, believing I was saved. That was protocol. Call the bouncer and keep working to avoid making a scene. It was then I felt someone grab my ankle and pull. In my panic, I fall and let out a scream. I look up and it's Bill. Oh my goodness, this guy's crazy. He had pulled himself onto the stage and grabbed me. I started kicking at him with my other foot until the bouncers finally got there and pulled him away from me. I feel someone else grab me and I screamed again, but when I looked up I saw it was Kyle. Bill and my ex-in-laws were taken into the office while I was taken backstage to ride out the panic attack. Kyle held me until I calmed down. The police were called and I got to watch as Bill was forced into the back of a police cruiser in handcuffs. He's being charged with public disturbance, assault and trespassing. My boss was talking to my ex-in-laws, telling them not to come back and warned them the police would be called if they did. Despite how peeved he was, my boss was pretty calm and polite. Then I heard the ex-mother-in-law shouting about how she was going to take me to court to take my children away from me because a godless godless dancer like me wasn't fit to be a mother. I couldn't take hearing that and I rushed her. Kyle had to grab me and stop me, but I was screaming at her that she was a psychopath and she would never get her hands on my kids again, that she had raised a lying, cheating, emotionally abusive scumbag. She raised her hand to slap me, but the bouncers and police got between us. She and ex-father-in-law got into their car and drove off after being threatened with arrest. After calm had been restored, we all went back inside and resumed the party. I made good money that night. Even Samantha, my job's entire gossip, couldn't deny that Bill and my ex-in-laws, what they did was crazy. Over the weekend, I got a call from someone claiming to be Bill's ex-girlfriend, the one he cheated on me with. I asked her how she got my number, and she said she had her ways. She said she decided to call me after Bill called her begging to get bailed out. She told me that during their relationship, the ex-mother-in-law treated her like a bull and compared me and her a lot and always acted like she wasn't good enough. She was relieved when they went to Greece, believing her and Bill's relationship could be salvaged at that point, but she was wrong. Bill would also talk about me a lot, and she was always crying about being compared to his ex. When I got the job at the club, his behavior became more erratic. She told me that she confronted him about after he was thrown out of the club because word travels fast and she heard about the whole thing. He got peeved and slapped her, then threw her out of his house. She got him arrested and he was fired from his job as a result. I thanked her for the information and promptly told her never to call me again. She asked me why, and I told her that she had no issue cheating with Bill and hurting his wife and kids, and that she was only calling me to get back at him for what he's done to her. I hung up and blocked her. I plan to go file for a restraining order today, but now I am armed with more information that will make the process so much easier and go so much faster. Win for me. Merry Christmas, everyone. I was not expecting that to go the direction it did. Holy... Bill's a crazy son of a... Bill's one crazy cat. Give me your property. You don't need it right now. And the unexpected MVPs. I thought stores would be closed off or working much shorter hours during the holidays. Once I got to the store, I saw that I was, sadly for the people working there, mostly wrong. Oh dear. But that meant I would not need to buy much as I initially thought. I brought with me 3 usable shopping bags, but ended up needing just one. While I can't say I have an emotional attachment to their bags, I do like them very much. I bought them because I loved the design and colour and print on them, and gave a bit more money than one would buy usable shopping bags in the grocery store. They are nice, practical, and I like them. I finished loading my stuff onto the conveyor belt at the cash register and put the separator so that the person behind me does not waste time but start uploading their haul. Last, I put my 3 bags on top of my stuff because I had them in the shopping cart while I was picking stuff up. While I am fishing out my wallet from my purse, I catch a flash of colour in my periphery. I look up and see the woman behind me reach over and take 2 of my bags. Confused, I start, "Excuse me, those are not store bags. Those are my own property. Please give them back to me." I know these are not store ones. I am not an idiot. This store has red bags with their logo on them. Then why are you taking my property? You don't need all of them. Your groceries will fit nicely into just that one. I need these. Mind your own business and stop making a scene. Now I'm confused and getting irritated. I'm making a scene for confronting her politely about taking my stuff. But before I can even react, the other gentleman who was a customer before me in the line just finished paying his bill, as well as the cashier round on this woman. "You will give her back her property, or I'll have the security escort you out." The customer before me: "How dare you behave as you are the one being inconvenienced? You take this girl's property and tell her she does not need it and should not resist you? If you need reusable bags, just buy them yourself." The entitled woman starts huffing and puffing. "Now, just wait a minute. Why are you all making such a scene?" Cashier now yelling, "Now, I am not negotiating or listening to you. Taking the property of others is stealing, no matter how you try to reason it." The cashier then picks up her mic and calls security to register and looks at the entitled woman sternly. "What will it be?" The entitled woman gives me back my bags while mumbling something about, "It's just a few worthless bags." I thank the cashier and the old man and go on my merry way. I did not do much but stand my ground, but the cashier and the old man were the MVPs. It did warm my heart that people saw something nasty and immediately jumped in to correct the foul behaviour. Happy holidays, everyone! Oh my goodness, just gotta love how people are like, "This is you only need 1 bag. I need bags." In the end, she probably got enough for 3 bags, and it's just like, "I need all these bags." Oh, why do people like that exist? To just be like, "Oh yeah, I need bags, so give them to me." No, these are my bags. They're not yours. Get a life. Anyways, with that craziness out of the way, let's end this. I'm gonna end this episode here. Links will be in the description to the main channel and the second channel for you guys to go check out. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know next video comes out. A ding, a ding. I'm the Mad Scientist. Mad Scientist out. Ow.